But as a Cub, the opponent's batting average in 22 games with the Cubs just 181. But Sajaci got him there. So a base hit puts runners at first and third with nobody out here in the seventh inning for Pedro Pajes, with Jordan Walker to bat next. Kittredge set at the belt, checks the runner at third, delivers, and that's a little bit low, although that should have been a strike. 96. Kittredge is, I would say, surprisingly quick with that fastball.
95, 96 is about right for him.
Yeah, he kind of lulls you to sleep with it, though. The way he starts so easily, really smooth delivery, and then boom, swinging a foul back.
But if Kittredge hangs one of his sliders, Pajes could make this a game.
4-0 Cubs. We're in the top of the seventh. The Cubs with a run in the first, 2 in the fourth, 1 in the fifth. Home runs involved with all those runs. Hitting room on the right side of the infield, and that pitch is grounded foul to the left side. And that goes into the camera well, and all the camera folks run for the hills.
They say, oh well.
Oh well. No, they protect the camera before they protect themselves. I know that for a fact. They do not want those cameras to get broken. That is a big thing to put on your expense report. Pajes will have to protect here. He's got a 5-game hitting streak, but a 1-2 count facing Kittredge. Runners at first and third, and a move to first, and back safely is Sajaci.
Sajaci's getting a really good lead at first base.
Well, he does have 3 stolen bases. He runs well. I think he should steal more bases than he does. I think kind of starting a little slowly in his career in that regard, but I think that will happen. He does have a nice lead. He might be going here. Not. The pitch is grounded foul. You don't want to strike him out, throw him out, but you also don't want to double play off the bat of Pajes, so that's the rub. Which do you think is more likely? A strike him out, throw him out, or a ground into a double play? That's the gamble that you face. Sajaci has that big lead again. Another 1-2 pitch coming up. Still not going, and the 1-2 pitch is in the dirt, 2-2. Pajes is grounded out to second. That would have been a double play if he did it this time. And he struck out the other time, and that may be a double play. So who knows? Outfield shades him a little bit towards the right side. Again, the Cubs wearing their City Connect jerseys, light blue. And the 1-2 pitch is a grounded foul with light blue accessories, including the high socks being worn by Andrew Kittredge.
I would take a double in play.
Okay.
The left field corner is unguarded for Pajes. Shallow right field for Suzuki.
Gorman at third, Sajaci at first, swing and a miss, and Pajes strikes out. And before Jordan Walker bats, let's pause for station ID on the Cardinals Radio Network, powered by Gray Bar.
You're listening to St. Louis Cardinals baseball on WSJK Tuscola, Champaign-Urbana, ESPN 93.5. Brought to you by Max Twin City Recycling. Visit them at maxrecycling.com.
Jordan Walker has struck out and lined out in this game. RBI opportunity for him here. The Cardinals got to get something going. At least make a dent in this 4-0 lead. Another move to first base, and Sajaci's back. You know, mentioning these uniforms, I kind of like the uniforms for the Cubs, except the hats. I'm just not a big fan of the hats. They're just the 2 colors. It just looks like a hat that you would get at a truck stop. To me, nothing wrong with a truck stop, but this is the big leagues. And that hat does not look good to me. I love the Cardinals City Connect cap, but again, people like what they like. I'm sure Cub fans love this look. There's the pitch, and that's grounded hard. Left side of the infield, base hit for Walker. That'll score Gorman. The Cardinals do indeed get on the board. It's now 4-1 Chicago. And the tying run at the plate in Victor Scott.
Keep that line moving.
One thing about Jordan Walker, when he hits the ball, he typically hits it hard. And he did that, lined it on the ground.
Well, you're pointing out during BP, he was putting on a show today.
Was he ever? I was almost tempted to see if I could get Kleininger Tehran to be the starting pitcher for the Cubs, because that's who he was hitting against in BP. KT, our good buddy, throws batting practice a lot. Check swing, and he went, according to our third base umpire, and that is Chad Fairchild, and we agree with Chad. Ben May down at second, Roberto Ortiz at first, and it is Bill Miller calling balls and strikes.
The last home run for Scott was just after the All-Star break in Arizona on the 18th of July.
Be a good time for another one. Got a 1-strike count and now a 2-strike count as he takes a fastball in the outside corner. So a check swing, didn't want to swing, a sinker, let it go. That was a tough pitch to hit.
That's kind of been his season.
Sure has. 0-2 the count. Kittredge delivers to Victor Scott. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Victor strikes out for the second time here today. So it'll be up to Lars Newbar if the Cardinals can get more than one. 4-1 is our score. Love to see the Cardinals take Miles Michaelis off the hook.
They were able to take Sonny Gray off the hook the other night before the Cardinals bowed out 4-3 at San Francisco.
Nobody likes to be on the hook, do they?
The 13th of August was Lars Nootbaar's last home run. That was against Colorado.
And it's strike one on him as Kittredge just keeps pounding the strike zone. I like the idea of that hanging slider you were talking about earlier. I'd like to see one of those. There's a strike called.
That was on a slider right down the middle.
Kittredge has only walked 11 batters in 53 games. So don't expect too much of that. Nootbaar with an 0-2 count, and the pitch is in the dirt. Overcooked. Kittredge has a good breaking ball, and he will try to get the swing and miss with that. First of 3 from Chicago. 4-1 Cubs. We're in the top of the 7th inning. Kittredge set, and the delivery, a swing and a miss. He strikes out both Victor Scott II and Nootbaar to end the Cardinals' rally here in the top of the 7th. That sends us to the 7th inning stretch. It's presented by Spectrum. Stay in the game with Spectrum Internet. Visit Spectrum.com. 4-1 Cubs.
On the basketball court, the soccer pitch, or even the golf course, your crew brings their best not just for the win, but for that post-game celebration. When victory tastes like Michelob Ultra, it's worth every drop of sweat. And if you don't win, you'll still get the beer. It's just on you. Superior is worth playing for. Michelob Ultra, 2.6 carbs, 95 calories. Superior light beer. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2025. Anheuser-Busch Michelob Ultra Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
This is Cardinals broadcaster John Rooney. Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance is for the people of Missouri, in good times and in bad. They're for Missouri families and Missouri communities. And when Missouri weather rips through our state, they are here to put back the pieces. So if you have one car or 20, a home or an apartment, a business, a boat, or an entire family legacy to protect, if you're a Missourian, Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance is for you.
Whether it's a long line at the amusement park,
45 minutes.
waiting to get inside the club, or getting stuck at the DMV. Nobody likes to wait. Mercy is eliminating the wait for great health care. Our online tools mean you can get the care you need now. Mercy Now. More of what you need now. Visit mercynow.net.
Community America is stepping up in St. Louis and showing what excellence in banking looks like. Or in other words, they're winning. Opening more branches? Win. Competitive loan rates? Win. Wealth management? Win. Which now makes sense why they asked me, Cardinal shortstop Mason Wynn, to tell you. That's win with 2 N's, not 1. It's time to bank like the Mason winner you are. It's time your financial partner was invested in you. Member owned, open to all. Community America Credit Union. Invested in you.
Right-hander Gordon Gracefo has the bottom of the 7th inning. John King pitched the 6th. First 5 innings belonged to Miles Michaelis. He gave up the 4 Cubs runs. And it is 4-1 Chicago as Gracefo misses low, ball 1 to Dansby Swanson. He's facing the bottom of the order. Swanson, McGuire, and Shaw. Gracefo has that big windup, and he delivers inside. 2-0, that pitch at 90. Throws a cutter, throws a fastball. has a changeup. Third pitcher used for the Cardinals, and the Cubs have used 3 so far. And the Cubs pitchers have done a very nice job. The wind, the pitch, and that's called strike. Colin Ray went 5 2/3 innings, did not give up a run. Walked 1, struck out 7 Cardinals. Caleb Thielbar gave up 1 run. That was actually painted on him by the right-hander, Andrew Kittredge, former Cardinal, who finished up that inning without giving up a run of his own. There's a good pitch by Graceffo on the outside corner, and that makes the count 2-2. Michaelis went 5 innings, 4 runs, 1 walk, 4 strikeouts. Probably his final start as a Cardinal, with John King pitching a scoreless 6. Now it's Graceffo with a 2-2 count. And he has his sign, working with Pajes. Big delivery, and it's low. 7th inning stretch, by the way, presented by Spectrum. Lightning fast speeds, major league reliability, so you can stay connected. Next delivery is fouled back, and I do have a attendance guess here at Wrigley. I'm pretty good at guessing here. Some stadiums not so good, but been here a lot. I have a good feel for this one. I'm going to say 35,611 is the attendance here today.
That's what I have.
Capacity here would be 41,649. There's a pitch low and a leadoff walk to Swanson. That's not what Graceffo wanted. In a game brought to you by Budweiser, official beer sponsor of Major League Baseball. Crack open the game with Budweiser. Enjoy unrivaled flavor and refreshment.
To say this is an important outing for Graceffo would be an understatement.
I think that's right.
He's trying to impress the Cardinals with his stint at the big league level here down the stretch, and that leadoff walk doesn't help him.
100% agree. Swing and a miss at a breaking ball. And my advice would be, just my same pitching advice, what did I say when a guy threw a good pitch?
Do that the rest of your life.
So I would also say, try to impress every time you get a baseball until you're no longer a baseball player, then you don't have to worry about it. That's what I would say, because you're always competing for a job. The great Albert Pujols used to say every spring training, and I honestly believe that he was serious, even when he was hitting 30 home runs and driving in 100 every year. He said, I'm here to make the team. And I think that literally that's his mentality, was I have to keep proving myself because it goes away fast. Big lead at first. Swanson not going, and there's a throw to first, and back safely is Swanson as Pajes tried a pick with Burleson. 1-1 the count on Reese McGuire. Double play would be nice. He's hit the ball on the ground twice. Once to the shortstop, once to Graceffo.
The timing was pretty good on that play, but Pajes had to throw over the left-handed batting Reese McGuire.
Always good to let him know you're thinking about him. There he goes. Good jump. The throw to second base is not in time. Stolen base for Dansby Swanson is 19th of the year. The Cubs, as we mentioned, like to run.
And that was on a curveball.
That is stolen base number 160 for the Cubs. So they are now 1 behind the Brewers. That's 2 teams in the division that are running all over the place. We know the Cubs, or the Reds, I should say, have a couple of guys that run a lot. Not as many as the Cubs do, or the Brewers. There's a ground ball foul, but the Cardinals just kind of stopped running. They just haven't had enough guys on base. And, Victor Scott has more than a third of the Cardinals' stolen bases with 33.
And he doesn't get on base enough.
That's right.
When he does, he usually scores.
Cubs trying to get that run back. Swanson takes his lead. And the pitch from Graceffo is a swing and a miss. He strikes out McGuire. The throw has to go to first as it was dropped at the plate. So a strikeout 2-3 with no advancement. That's good. So we'll probably have we're probably going to have a Swanson and Swanson interaction again, aren't we?
We'll have that this weekend.
Sometime this weekend, that's going to happen. But this time it was Graceffo and Swanson, and he walked. He's the runner at second. Matt Shaw, the man at the plate, grounded out and struck out. Matt Shaw did something really cool during the beginning of the game today, as they had kids out at each one of the positions. and they would sign the baseballs, and that's kind of a tradition. A lot of teams do that. But Graceffo coming set at the belt, and the 1-0 pitch to Matt Shaw is hit down the left field line, and it's fair and going to the corner. And that's going to score Swanson. Matt Shaw is thinking about 3, and the throw to third is not in time. A triple for Matt Shaw into the left field corner. It was in the corner a long time.
Boy, it took Newbar a long time to get there.
And Shaw recognized that and tripled. That's his 3rd triple of the year, assuming we can't see the corner, by the way, so I don't know if if the ball got stuck, perhaps, but we're going to assume that it's going to be a triple. And what Shaw did is when the young lady came out, maybe 8 years old, he got down on his knees, hands and knees, or just on his knees, I should say, bent over so he was looking at her eye to eye and talked to her like they were best friends and gave her a big hug. It was really a cool thing that Shaw did. And it is, in fact, a triple. Shaw was flying into that third base bag. The infield in, you can't give up any more. There's a swing and a miss. Actually, you couldn't give up that one, for that matter. It's 5-1
grand slam.
Chicago. Right.
And the Cardinals have not hit one this year.
Well, maybe today's the day. September 26, 2025, when the Cardinals hit their first home run of the season. With men on base. With all men on base, I should say. Haven't had a slammer. There's a pitch in the dirt. Only 2 games left to get one.
Now, this Cardinal team is just not a home run hitting team.
They are not. 1-2 the count. Only the Pirates have less home runs than the Cardinals in the National League. The next delivery is a check swing and a foul by Michael Busch, who has flied out, walked, and homered in this game. The Cubs, with their 3 home runs, now have 217, and the Cardinals have 2/3 of that, 146. That's a big difference. Again, the infield's in, a 1-2 count. Graceffo needs swing and miss here, and the pitch is fouled off to the left side and out of play. So he made a mistake to Shaw, paid for it after walking Swanson, which is another kind of mistake. Graceffo comes set. Short lead at third by Shaw. And the pitch to Busch at the plate is hammered down the right field line. That's fair and going to the corner. That's going to be another Cub run as Busch is going to make it into second base with a stand-up double. Back-to-back extra base hits. Busch with his second RBI of the game, and it's now 6-1 Chicago. Not a good inning for Graceffo. Making some mistakes here. And the inning's not over yet.
Dusty Blake is on his way out to the mound. He's the Cardinal pitching coach.
Boy, the walk kind of gets stuff rolling in the wrong direction, doesn't it? A leadoff walk always seems to...
And then Swanson made it look like a double with the stolen base.
Yep, exactly. Things just snowball after those walks. It just seems to always happen. And really, that's the... I think it's one of the underrated abilities that a big league pitcher that's a good pitcher has, is their ability to stop the negative flow and make an adjustment quickly and get out of an inning. I mean, everybody's going to give up hits. You're going to walk guys, but after you walk a guy, do you throw the perfect sinker and get the double play, or do you get the swing and miss strikeout, or do you get the do you find something different to throw and make sure your mix is unpredictable enough that it doesn't become a big inning? And the Cardinals have struggled with that. Not all of them, but some have. Graceffo working with just one out, and Nico Horner batting for the 4th time, and that's a pitch just off the plate, ball 1 at 95. Horner homered off of Miles in the 1st, then struck out in the 3rd, grounded out in the 5th, batting again in the 7th. Shadow's starting to get close to home plate now. Fastball misses low. This is about the time where Lee Smith starts warming up in the bullpen. Which, of course, he would have warmed up in both bullpens. Not the dance halls that we have now, but the bullpens on the field. Breaking pitch, he called strike. Lee was kind enough to join Claves and I on our Friday night at Lowe's this year, and we asked him, did you walk in slowly from the bullpen on purpose when the sun was going down? He said, oh, absolutely. I knew what I was doing. The 2-1 pitch, swing and a foul, and that one clipped Pajes. So they're going to give him a moment. Throw out the baseball, and the home plate umpire, Bill Miller, walks in front of home plate and takes his hat off, looks around, asks for more baseballs, checks his email. Walks slowly back behind home plate. And then he gives a nice little pat on the chest protector of the Cardinal catcher, Pajes, and we're ready to go again. That's what umpires do. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Graceffo facing Horner, and that pitch is low, 3-2. That was a 59-foot curveball is what that was.
Roycroft is backing up Graceffo in the Cardinal bullpen. Palencia is throwing in the Cub bullpen.
He's been on the injured list for a while. He's been their closer. But they want to see him. They want him ready for postseason. Next pitch is a check swing and a foul. And I think he hit that ball twice.
That was a double hitter.
You can do that as long as you're in the box. And I did that the other day while I was golfing with Brad Thompson.
I hit the golf ball twice.
I hit a chip shot. It went up in the air, and then on my follow-through, it hit the club again and went about 3 feet from the hole, and everybody was laughing at me. But I did it on purpose, is what I said, which isn't true. And that's no longer a penalty. It used to be a penalty if you did that.
You mean you said something untrue?
Yeah. Oh, just as kidding. There's a ground ball up the middle, and that is knocked down by Sajasi. He just saved a run. It's a base hit, an infield hit for Horner. And it's a shame that Graceffo wasn't able to grab that ball. It was really hit right back to him, but his momentum was taking him one way, and he couldn't get his glove in time to make that play, so it had to be Sajasi to do it. Yeah, he had his back turned to home plate when that ball was hit past him, and that has compounded the problem. And Sajasi, another nice play as the Cardinal shortstop filling in for Mason Wynn. Admirably, I should add. Very admirably, both with the bat and in the field. Still only 1 out, and Ian Happ at the plate, who's 1 for 3. The Cubs are piling on here in the bottom of the 7th inning. First pitch to Happ. Outside, ball 1. Roycroft has been throwing, and he should be ready by now. And I think we will see him before too long. As Graceffo struggling here in the 7th. Next pitch, curveball, a good one. More like a slider, 82 miles an hour. Catching the inside corner. 1-1 the count to Happ, who is the Cubs left fielder. And he has been a Cardinal killer, as we all know. He's been who else has been a Cardinal killer over the years? Jeff Leonard was a Cardinal killer back in the 80s. And the next delivery is a swing and a miss. Bud Smith is the biggest, not Bud Smith, Bud Norris. Bud Norris is the biggest.
You mean Cy Norris?
Cy Norris. He's the biggest Cardinal killer I can remember. And then he became a Cardinal. Cardinals could not hit Bud Norris for a very long time. Finally figured him out. Big lead at first, and they got him to stop. The 1-2 pitch is a little looper into left. That's a base hit, a broken bat hit. Sajasi actually runs it down in shallow left field as Happ just drove in another run. Bush scores from third base as Happ picks up his second hit, first RBI of the game, and it's 7-1 Chicago.
And that's it for Graceffo.
And we are going to have a pitching change. It's brought to you by Goodwill. Give hope, give local, give Goodwill. We'll be right back.
When mosquitoes and bugs invade, your family can feel trapped indoors. Make your escape with help from Cutter Brand. With a wide range of effective area bug solutions, you can choose the best one for your family. From lawn treatment that lasts all summer to a backyard fogger for your deck, patio, or other areas of the yard. Plus Cutter candles. Perfect for summer evenings outside. Trust Cutter Brand, a leader in mosquito protection for 25 years, and escape the indoors. Cutter, protect your people.
For 20 years, CarShield has helped save drivers from those oh no moments because nobody wants to spend their vacation fund on a new transmission. Know what else turns 20 this year? Flip phones, frosted tips, hookah necklaces, and giant cargo shorts. But we're only talking about good memories here. From road trips to rush hour, CarShield has had your back. Join the celebration at carshield.com because 20 years of saving drivers money never goes out of style. Coverage varies by plans. View contracts and exclusions at carshield.com.
At Bayer, it is our goal to tackle the challenges of food insecurity by delivering innovation to farmers that help them grow healthy and affordable food in a sustainable way. That's why in communities across the U.S., Bayer has worked with farmers for decades to help put food on the table for those in need so that together we achieve health for all, hunger for none. Visit bayer.us.com. That's bayer.us.com to learn more.
There's no better way to enjoy America's favorite pastime than cheering on the Cardinals with your family at Busch Stadium. From the thrill of watching the game to the kid-friendly activities, food, and fun, the ballpark has it all. Make magical memories as you cheer together for every home run, double play, and Cards win. Your family summer tradition starts here at Busch Stadium. Grab your tickets today at Cardinals.com. St. Louis Cardinals for the Lou.
Chris Roycroft is the new pitcher for the Cardinals, a 7.11 ERA for Roycroft. He was pretty good his last time, even though he gave up a home run to the first batter he faced. He gets a swing and a miss by Kyle Tucker as he's trying to save these 2 runs to help out his fellow reliever Gordon Graceffo, who did not have a good afternoon. A third inning of an inning, 4 hits and a walk and a strikeout. Next delivery is inside. That almost clipped the knee of Kyle Tucker. Roycroft would like to finish with an ERA under 7, I'm sure. This is game number 20 for him. Opponents are hitting .299 against Roycroft, who throws hard. He gets in the upper 90s. Next delivery is way inside with a cutter. Just does not have command of that breaking pitch. I think it's as simple as that. It's not a pitch that hitters don't have to really think about that or worry about that. Just hit the fastball. Now, his fastball does move a lot, his sinker. Probably see one here. The 2-1 pitch is a called strike on a fastball, top of the zone. As Kyle Tucker looks back at the home plate umpire and doesn't believe it. Horner at second, Happ at first. Bottom of the 7th inning, 7-1 Chicago. Next delivery is outside. 3-2. The wild card race still up for grabs in the National League. The Mets have a 1-game lead over Cincinnati, 2 over Arizona, so tough for Arizona at this point, but Cincinnati still has a shot. The next delivery is not even close. My goodness. 3-2 pitch missed by 3 feet. Not sure if he was squeezing the baseball or what was going on there, but it's a walk to load the bases. And while we think about that, let's pause for station ID on the Cardinals Radio Network, powered by Gray Bar.
You're listening to St. Louis Cardinals baseball on WSJK Tuscola, Champaign-Urbana, ESPN 93.5. Brought to you by Max Twin City Recycling. Visit them at maxrecycling.com.
Suzuki takes a pitch 3 feet outside, ball 1. Again, that breaking ball, you can't really throw it. If it's not going to be a strike,
then they're going to eliminate it.
He's right.
Going to groove a fastball and get hurt.
Well, but you can't walk the park either.
Can't do that.
1-0 the count to Suzuki. Base is full of Cubs. There's a pitch low. 2-0. Suzuki looking for his first hit of the game. Only 2 Cubs have not gotten on base. He's one of them. Reese McGuire the other. 2-0 pitch is a called strike at 97 from Chris Roycroft. Stands like a big, tall basketball player on the mound because that's what he was. That's a good moving fastball. 2-1 count now on Suzuki. Double play candidate hits that ball deep to left field, and it's gone. A grand slam for Seiya Suzuki. A 7-run inning for the Cubs, and they now lead 11-1 here in Chicago.
And that is Suzuki's 30th home run.
Pete Crow Armstrong hit his 30th home run of the year about an hour ago. And Suzuki just hit his 30th, and he now has 102 RBIs. He had 99 going into that at-bat. And he just padded that total. He's up among the league leaders in that category. Fastball misses low. Ball 1 to Pete Crow Armstrong, who is the 9th batter of the inning. So 2 of those runs charged to Graceffo. He's charged with 5 runs this inning, and that ball hits Pete Crow Armstrong. That's that breaking ball that he just can't throw for a strike. And Armstrong is down. The crowd doesn't like it, but he didn't hit him on purpose, I can promise you. But it still hurts. And I think Cub fans are still allowed to not like it. So Graceffo's line is over. A third of an inning. 4 hits, 5 runs, all of them earned. Walked 1, struck out 1. And Roycroft is charged with the other 2. They hit him right on the kneecap, too. So a hit by pitch of Pete Crow Armstrong. Brings in Dansby Swanson. And they're still attending to PCA. He's now dealing with pain. Earlier he was dealing with a lot of joy of his home run, which put him in the 30-30 club. Walking very slowly to first base, and they're going to keep him in the game, I believe, but he's taking his time. Running down the first base line now, just to test it out. The fans give him a round of applause for that. Roycroft has not retired a batter yet. A walk, a home run, and a hit by pitch. Cardinals bullpen has been much better in the second half, or actually better, I wouldn't say much, but better in the second half than the first half, which is odd because the Cardinals got rid of their 3 best relievers going into the trading deadline, yet the young guys have responded, but not all of them have pitched that well. The ones that have pitched well we know about: Matt Swanson, Kyle Leahy, Jojo Romero, Riley O'Brien. They've been the kind of the go-to guys, and it's been a bit of a carousel with everybody else. So it is Dansby Swanson batting for the second time. He walked to start this inning off and then stole second. That pitch is outside for a ball. Just pulling it across the plate. Really has no idea where the ball's going right now, unfortunately. And that is a bad place to be. Been there, done that. There's a strike at 97. I don't think he's in the business of locating right now. He's in the business of just trying to throw a strike. Swanson has popped out, flied out, and walked. A 7-run Cub inning in the 7th. And the slider is outside. And when I say outside,
that was so far outside, Ricky, it needed a ticket to get back in.
Pedro Paje somehow was able to catch that on the backhand, and it was outside of the batter's box for the left-handed batters. That's how far outside that was when he scooped it. 2-1 the count. And a swing and a miss. He's got to throw a fastball, and he did there. And teeing off was Swanson, but he came up empty. The Cubs have hit for the cycle this inning. Single, double, triple, homer, another single, a hit by pitch, and a walk. Or 2 walks. The 10th man that's come to the plate, there's still only 1 out. Pete Crow Armstrong, the runner at first base, and the 2-2 pitch is fouled back. 98 miles an hour from Roycroft. Well, we've talked about the final 3 days as a chance to make an impression. And there's good impressions and there's bad impressions. Ball 3. 3-2. Don't think PCA will be going here. The 3-2 pitch is swung on and missed. He struck him out. There you go. Got him with a fastball. And again, he is almost has to throw fastballs now. That's all he can do. Suzuki hit a fastball into the bleachers, and I'm sure he was looking for it. Reese McGuire was the other man to strike out in this inning. And he's at strike 1 as he waves at a pitch thrown by Chris Roycroft, just trying to get through the 7th inning. I would guess we would have somebody else for the 8th. And I would guess, I'm going to go out on a limb and guess Ryan Fernandez. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. McGuire 0 for 3 in this game. A 7-run inning for the Cubs. And they have 5 hits in this inning. 0-2 delivery coming up to the Cubs catcher, and that is going to go back to the screen, maybe behind him. Tried to throw a cutter in, and it just sailed back to the screen. And that sends PCA to second base, and that is a wild pitch, John.
We go along with a hit batter, a walk, and a grand slam. Not a good day at all for Graceffo and Roycroft.
1-2 the count. Runner at second. 2-2. Trying to find a release point, and it's just not there. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The Cardinals will have Herrera, Burleson, and Arenado batting in the 8th inning. Here's a ground ball to the right side, and it looks like Gorman's got it, and his throw is on the money to get McGuire. And mercifully, the inning comes to an end. A 7-run bottom of the 7th inning. John will do the play-by-play in the 8th inning for you. The Cardinals now trail 11-1.
Drive in, drive out. Recycling's what Max is all about. You can make some cash and do your share. We make it really simple because we care. It doesn't matter large or small. Our friendly staff will handle it all. Starting it over is what we do at Max Twin City Recycling.
Pia's is your Chicago Bears game day headquarters with drink specials. $4 Miller Lights, 22-ounce drafts, and 16-ounce aluminum bottles. When our Illini play away, come watch the football game with other fans for a chance to win great prizes like Illini tickets, gear, and tailgating swag. Unwind after work with weekday happy hours from 3 to 6 p.m., including $3.50 16-ounce drafts, $4.50 wells, and $10.50 for pitchers. Pia's 1609 West Springfield Avenue in Champaign.
Good morning, First Federal Savings Bank. How may I direct your call?
Speak with friendly, real people during lobby hours. It matters when you call First Federal Savings Bank of Champaign-Urbana. A real person located at the bank. Not a recording answers your call during lobby hours. Personal, friendly service makes a difference. 217-356-BANK.
Thank you for calling. Have a great day.
Rated 5-star superior by Bauer Financial, Inc. Fast, friendly, and local with local loan decisions and underwriting. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS 435120.
At ABC Heating and Air, it's our promise to help you always be comfortable. Do you need rescued because you're burning hot? Do you need rescued because your air is shot? Call ABC Heating and Air at 352-5400 and let us rescue you from the heat. ABC Heating and Air, 352-5400. Can't you see you need to call me at ABC? Call ABC Heating and Air. That's ABC Heating and Air, 352-5400.
Daniel Palencia, recently back from the injured list, is on the pitch for the Cubs in the Cardinal half of the 8th inning. And the Cubs are leading big, 11-1 after a 7-run 7th inning. Kevin Alcantara is playing in left field, taking over for Ian Happ. Palencia with a pitch, and it is taken inside for a ball. Here's the next one, a swing and a high fly ball hit into straightaway center field off the bat of Jimmy Crooks, batting for Herrera. Pete Crow Armstrong makes the play. 1 out. Palencia gets his first man. And that brings in Joel Pozo, who's going to bat for Alec Burleson. Now the Cubs just punched a huge hole in this game. A 4-1 lead to an 11-1 lead. Burleson went 0 for 2, so his 9-game hitting streak is over. Pozo takes a pitch for a strike. Pozo hit a home run here the last time the Cardinals were at Wrigley Field. And that brought the Cardinals all the way back for a win. And that was a pinch home run. 7 pinch hit RBIs for Pozo this year. Valencia's pitch. A swing and a miss. He hasn't had many plate appearances at all to speak of recently. That was a 100-mile-an-hour fastball swung on a miss by Pozo. Valencia works out of the stretch with nobody on base, 1 out. He takes his time, watches the pitch clock wind down to 1, and deals a swing and a miss. Pozo strikes out. And the third consecutive pinch hitter is Jose Fermin. Jose Fermin named a AAA All-Star for his time with Memphis. The pitch to him, taken for a ball outside. Fermin, on base percentage of .397, hitting .309 through 55 at bats at the big league level. 1 home run, 9 RBIs. Tried to bunt his way on in the game Wednesday night, made the final out of the game. He checks his swing, takes a ball low. 2 balls and no strikes for Fermin. I'll say this about Fermin. He gives the Cardinals a quality at bat. Palencia has retired Crooks. Well, fly out, Pozo a strikeout. The pitch to Fermin. Inside, 3 balls, no strikes.
We've talked about OPS being an important number for players to tell how good they are at both getting on base and hitting with some power. He's got an 851 OPS. That's a very nice number.
3-0. The 3-0 pitch. A strike called, 3-1. Crooks has been used off the bench, along with Pozo and Fermin this inning. Nothing doing so far but 2 down, and a 3-1 pitch here for Fermin. He breaks his bat, pops it up. Third baseman Shaw under it on the infield grass has it. We go to the bottom of the 8th with the Cubs in command, 11-1.
At Carpet Weavers Flooring and Furniture Gallery, we're flooring people with amazing service, great design advice, and unbeatable selection and the best prices in town. It's the perfect time to update your home with waterproof flooring, carpet, hardwood, tile, and more. Then complete your rooms by shopping our incredible selection of furniture and accessories. We also offer great financing options. Carpet Weavers Flooring and Furniture Gallery, we're flooring people.
When you're buying a battery, it's important to look beyond just the price and make sure you're buying a quality battery. So when you're buying one from the big box store, make sure you ask the question, what's the date on this battery? Is it dependable? Sometimes the big box stores have batteries that have been sitting on the shelf for years. Or you can just come to Interstate Batteries, outrageously dependable, and buy your battery from the people who only do batteries. Interstate Batteries at 2504 North Madison, Champaign, way out there, but totally worth the drive. How much is dependable worth to you? Interstate Batteries open 6 days a week.
Sarah Champagne Managing Partner Ben Patron on why integrity is important at Sarah.
We hire the person. The person makes the deal. The person makes the department. The person makes everyone around them treat people with courtesy and respect. If you have a quality human being, you can play any position, right? We're talking about sports. They can perform in any department, and I could teach someone a job, but I can't teach them to be a good person.
Learn more at sarahchampagne.com. That's SERRA champagne.com.
Pia's is your Chicago Bears game day headquarters with drink specials. $4 Miller Lights, 22-ounce drafts, and 16-ounce aluminum bottles. When our Illini play away, come watch the football game with other fans for a chance to win great prizes like Illini tickets, gear, and tailgating swag. Unwind after work with weekday happy hours from 3 to 6 p.m., including $3.50 16-ounce drafts, $4.50 wells, and $10.50 for pitchers. Pia's 1609 West Springfield Avenue in Champaign.
Chris Roycroft comes out to open up the bottom of the 8th, facing the 9th place hitter Matt Shaw. And Shaw takes strike one. First pitch fastball. Graybar is your electrical and datacom distributor, helping to power, connect, or maintain your operations.
Yep.
Graybar does that. 11-1 Cubs. Roycroft's pitch. Up and in a ball. The slider misses off the plate to Shaw, who has an RBI triple and a run scored. 1 out of 3 today. He had his 3rd triple of the year in the 7-run 7th. Roycroft's next pitch. Fastball that sails way upstairs. 26 pitches out of the bullpen for Roycroft. And he has been here, there, and everywhere with them.
It's been tough work for Pages trying to catch him.
Roycroft is ready and deals. Swing and a miss. Just overpowered Matt Shaw right there. Roycroft has a power arm, but the question, where's it going?
Well, it's a big question. It's an important question.
The pitch, a swing and a high fly ball, short left field. Nootbaar, he's waiting for it to come down. One-handed grab, 1 out. With 1 away, we get to the top of the order, Michael Bush's spot. And he's going to be lifted for Moises Ballesteros. Ballesteros has been used as a DH. Tucker is back. He's in that role today, and there's a line drive base hit. It went right over Roycroft. Just missed him into center field. A base hit for Ballesteros.
Fortunate that didn't hit him. I mean, he's a big, tall guy, and it took him a while to get out of the way there to duck it because he is such a big guy. That ball was smoked really right at his head, and that could be scary. Threw up both of his arms just to shield himself and lost his footing, but thankfully he's okay.
Ballesteros at first base and a pitch in for a strike to Nico Horner. Horner started the scoring today, hitting a home run in the first inning, his 7th of the year. The Cubs, well, they've had a home run derby today. The pitch, a swing and a foul that goes out of play off to the right. Horner, that is, with a homer in the first inning. Then Pete Crow Armstrong, a 2-run shot in the 4th inning. In the 5th, a solo home run for Michael Bush. And in the 7th, a grand slam for Seiya Suzuki. The 2-strike pitch coming up here for Nico Horner. Roycroft brings it in. That's fouled back. Horner doesn't strike out much, even though Miles Michaelis got him. Swinging strike 3 in the 3rd inning.
Michael McGreevy and Jamison Tyone will be the starters tomorrow afternoon. Pre-game show, 12:25, play-by-play at 1:10.
Then it is to be determined for both teams on Sunday. Ground ball to the 3rd baseman. That's picked by Gorman. His throw to first gets the out as Bush advances, Ballesteros advances to second.
It was a do-or-die play for Gorman, who actually made a good play up the middle when he was playing second base. So his defense has definitely been better than when he first went out there when Arenado got on the injured list, or was put on the injured list. He was shaky at third, really shaky at third, but he's, I think, improved his mobility since then.
Now here's Alcantara. Alcantara took over in left field for Happ in the top of the 8th inning. Right-handed batter, he swings and lines an RBI single to right center field. Ballesteros scores. It's 12-1 Cubs. Kevin Alcantara with the RBI. And Tucker is going to come up for another trip to the plate. He's been up there 4 times today. 1 for 3 officially with a walk and 2 runs scored.
And that RBI for Alcantara, his first big league RBI.
As he drives in, Ballesteros. The pitch by Roycroft. A swing and a foul ball back to the screen. Tucker had been on the injured list. He went out September the 6th. He had a left calf injury. They're working him back in, getting some at-bats as the DH. And Suzuki has been playing in right field. There's a pitch. Knee-high, strike called. 2 strikes on Tucker with 2 outs in the bottom of the 8th. Brad Keller's getting ready to pitch the 9th inning for the Cubs. And he's a right-handed pitcher. The Cardinal right-hander Roycroft pitches a foul ball back to the screen with a big home run-like swing. Daniel Palencia 1 inning with 1 strikeout. So they're trying to get him back in tune. He's been their closer, as Ricky mentioned earlier. Trying to get him ready for the postseason. Roycroft pitches. Looked like it hit the corner, but no call. That was on the outside corner. But Roycroft has been here, there, and everywhere. Didn't get the call from Bill Miller. The benefit of the doubt went to the veteran Tucker over the young right-hander Roycroft. The 1-2 pitch. Outside again. I was tapping my head.
You were.
One of the challenges. I'm getting ready for next year.
No, I'm told it's just the pitcher, the batter, and the catcher, not the broadcasters, that can actually challenge. Pretty sure that's right.
Now on 2-2, runner at first base. The pitch. And this is popped up. It's on the infield on the left side. Gorman, the third baseman, waits for it to come down and makes the catch. Alcantara almost ran into him. Tucker pops out. We go to the 9th inning. It has been the Cubs' day today at Wrigley Field, 12-1.
Life is loud, chaotic, hilarious, and occasionally peaceful. Your life fits you, so why settle for life insurance that fits someone else? At Shelter Insurance, our local agents help you design a personal protection plan backed by award-winning customer service. We're your shield. We're your shelter. Shelter Life Insurance Company, Columbia, Missouri.
See Shelter Agent Chris Clayton in Charleston and get a free personal protection review.
Food, fuel, jobs, even our planet's future. It all starts right here with homegrown Illinois corn. From plant-based bioplastics and renewable fuel to fighting the effects of climate change, Illinois corn is at work in your backyard. and it's paving the way toward a more sustainable future. Learn more at watchusgrow.org/corn.
This is Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell. Cordell & Cordell is the largest family law firm in the country with over 35 years of helping clients navigate divorce. That does give us certain advantages, for example, in experience and resources. But being big doesn't mean less personal or less local. Our attorneys live and work in your community, and as neighbors, they understand the challenges your families face. Cordell & Cordell, a partner you can count on.
The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely upon advertisements. 600 Kelwood, St. Louis. CordellCordell.com.
There's a certain magic here in Cardinals Nation. Can you feel it? Central Bank is the hometown bank of the St. Louis Cardinals. Sign up for Cardinals checking with Central Bank and get your exclusive green embroidered Cardinals jersey and 2 game tickets. See bank for details. Member FDIC.
Water damage happens fast. So can the cleanup when you call on the restoration specialists at 1-800-SERVE-PRO to help make it like it never even happened. That's 1-800-SERVE-PRO. Franchises are independently owned and operated.
Brett Keller's the new pitcher. Moises Ballesteros is playing first base. As the Cardinals bat in the 9th inning, and they are looking way, way up at the Cubs. 12-1 Chicago. A swing and a miss by Nolan Gorman. Gorman has had a 2-hit day for a Cardinal team that just hasn't put the ball in play much at all. 5 total hits. The Cardinals left the bases loaded in the 6th, and they left 2 on in the 7th inning.
Not a good day for the Cardinals bullpen. That's an understatement.
A foul ball out of play off to the left. 2 strikes as Keller gets ahead of Nolan Gorman. Graceffo got tagged, and so did Roycroft. The pitch. Down and in, a ball.
5 runs charged to Graceffo, 3 to Roycroft, 4 to the Cardinals starter, Miles Michaelis.
12 runs, 12 hits. The Cubs have gone 6 for 10 with runners in scoring position. Ground ball foul on the third baseline. Suit up this season at MLBshop.com. Check out the largest selection of authentic jerseys, caps, hoodies, t-shirts, and
more.
Visit MLBshop.com, your official source for Cardinals gear.
Barring a miracle here, the Cardinals will finish under 500 with this loss today.
Here's the pitch, a swing and a miss. Gorman strikes out. 1 down in the 9th. We pause for station ID. For our fans in St. Joseph, Missouri, listening in over KYSJ, the rest of our great Cardinals radio network powered by Gray Bar.
You're listening to St. Louis Cardinals baseball on WSJK Tuscola, Champaign-Urbana, ESPN 93.5. Brought to you by Max Twin City Recycling. Visit them at maxrecycling.com.
Here's Keller's pitch to Thomas Ajacey, down and in, along with Ricky Horton, Mike Claiborne. Our producer-engineer is Ryan Schulte. Kyle Sixta is in the St. Louis studio. Matt Pauley, he has the post-game show today. Here's the pitch outside. And, Matt, you've got a lot of explaining to do.
Yes, he does.
You're on your own.
You're on your own.
It
exactly.
has been one of those days.
Yep.
There's a strike on the outside corner. Thomas Ajacey with a base hit. The 7th inning when the Cardinals scored their run. A pitch goes all the way to the bricks as McGuire couldn't get a glove on that one. 3-1 the count on Ajacey. And Pedro Pajes is on deck. Here's Keller's pitch. Strike 2 called. Full count.
Cubs had gone 4 years without being in the playoffs, and they are a playoff team this year, and not 100% sure of their seeding, but this win certainly helps them.
Here's a swing and a miss, and McGuire tags Ajacey, picking the ball out of the dirt. Keller has struck out Gorman and Ajacey, and the Cardinals are down to their last out. Up on the board it says 3 balls, 3 strikes for the count.
Can you do that?
Here's Pedro Pajes. He has struck out twice. 7 hits in his last 23 at-bats with 9 strikeouts. Keller with the pitch. Pajes pops it up. That should do it. The shortstop, Dansby Swanson, backpedaling to the center field grass. He has it, and this ballgame has come to an end. The Cubs over the Cardinals 12-1. We'll talk about it after this.
It's your land, your tractor, and your time to save at Seidenstricker Nobe. Right now, take home the hard-working 1023E compact tractor with a loader for under $215 a month, backed by 0% financing for 84 months. And it doesn't stop there. Every John Deere compact tractor package comes with low monthly payments and the same 0% financing. Act now. Deals like this don't last. SNPartners.com, your partner for the land.
Offer valid through 10/31/2025. Some restrictions apply. See dealer for details.
At Bayer, it is our goal to tackle the challenges of food insecurity by delivering innovation to farmers that help them grow healthy and affordable food in a sustainable way. That's why in communities across the U.S., Bayer has worked with farmers for decades to help put food on the table for those in need, so that together we achieve health for all, hunger for none. Visit Bayer.us.com. That's Bayer.us.com to learn more.
Baseball season is heating up, and so is the weather. Don't let spring showers wreak havoc on your home. Call Helitech, the experts in home waterproofing, foundation repair, concrete leveling, and more. Helitech offers proven solutions for damaging moisture, cracks, and sinking foundations using state-of-the-art technology to keep your home safe and dry. You deserve the best. Contact Helitech today for a free inspection at helitechonline.com.
Heal your home with Helitech.
Molina, Pujols, Wainwright, Cardinals players who came through in the biggest moments. For Illinois farmers and ag professionals, Illinois Farm Bureau delivers for you. IFB and local county farm bureaus provide members an advantage with impactful advocacy, trusted information, and meaningful development. Visit ilfb.org to join and learn more today.
Well, we don't have very much nice to say about this one at all, Ricky.
Well, it's over.
Beat down today, 12-1 Cubs.
Yeah, no, it wasn't a good day at all. And I'd say Miles Michaelis was okay. He did give up 3 home runs and had 4 runs in 5 innings. Not the worst start in the world, but not as good as he's been lately. The Cubs, of course, had some things to play for today, and they took advantage of the opportunity and just swung the bat up and down their lineup. 12 runs on 12 hits. But I think the real big story is the Cardinals bullpen just fell apart in the 7th inning. That 7-run 7th inning, another one in the 8th inning, and what got to be a little bit closer anyway. A 4-1 game turned into a nightmare.
Well, 8 runs given up by the Cardinal bullpen today. John King worked a scoreless 6th. He gave up a hit but had a strikeout. Gordon Graceffo, a third of the 7th inning, 4 hits, a walk. He gave up 5 runs earned and had a strikeout. Chris Roycroft, an inning and 2/3, 3 hits, 3 runs earned, a walk, a strikeout, a hit batter, a wild pitch, and he gave up a grand slam to Seiya Suzuki.
So the rough games for both Graceffo and Roycroft, the thing I can again tell you from experience that they stay with you, and that's kind of a bummer. I mean, you're going to feel that. You're going to feel it for a long time because it's the last, might be the last game you throw this year. And then I guess what you need to do is figure out a way to turn that into motivation to make sure that those kind of moments don't happen as much down the road, and that you overcome it, figure out what wasn't working, and figure out a way to correct it. But it's going to be a long off season thinking about that.
Our play of the game is presented by Marriott St. Louis Grand. Book your Grand Slam Cardinals ticket package. Do that right now. We'll hear the play when we come back.
Gelferix Trucking, what do you have to tell us?
Well, we do have an open spot. If somebody wants to get started hauling grain, we can do that and then transition them into our regional fleet. We've got our $1,200 weekly minimum guarantee still that we believe that drivers should earn a living wage if they're going to be available and out to work. But we're not going to keep them out 2 and 3 weeks at a time like a lot of the big carriers and stuff. We want them home every weekend. We want that brain to relax and enjoy the family and be ready to work and be safe the next week.
Your drivers love that, don't they?
Yeah, they appreciate that. I've had some follow-up training with some of our newer guys, and that has really been a point that's hit home with them. That we actually care when the drivers call into the office. With the big companies, the first thing they give them is a truck number. So they're just a number there. And I tell people, don't give us your truck number. I don't know who's in what truck. You know, you're Mike or Bill, whatever. When you call in, that's your name. That's who you are. That's what we need to know.
It's awesome.
We're back. Today's topic, home appliances. Our guest is Paul Reekin from Dick Van Dyke Appliance World.
Hey, Chris.
Caller, go ahead.
Yo, hey, I messed up.
Uh-oh.
I'm appliance shopping at a big box store. Can't seem to find anyone to help me. What do I do?
I get this one a lot. You actually may not find anyone.
What can be done?
Well, at Dick Van Dyke Appliance World, one of our trained low-pressure sales associates will greet you when you come in and be ready to find you the best deal on an appliance.
Great. I still don't see anyone here. Hello.
He's off the grid, Paul.
We'll get him the help he needs. Let's take another call.
You're on with Paul from Dick Van Dyke.
My oven is only a few years old and already needs a repair. I bought it from a store that said they have service. I haven't seen a repairman yet, and it's been 2 weeks.
Oh, this is a bad one. Ma'am, lots of stores claim to have repair service, but if they can't get to you in 2 days or less, that's not service at all. We'll get a factory-trained technician out to you right away.
Oh, thank you.
Wow.
When you buy from us, you get the whole store.
The Cubs got on the board in the first inning against Miles Michaelis with 1 out. It was Nico Horner hitting his 7th home run of the year. And then Michaelis was able to get the next 2 out, 3 up, 3 down second. He walked 1, facing 4 batters in the third. But then he got into trouble in the 4th inning. A 1-out hit for Kyle Tucker. A 2-out home run by Pete Crow Armstrong, who has 5 home runs, and he has 6 RBIs against Miles Michaelis.
And he also joined the 30-30 club with that home run. 30 home runs, 30 stolen bases. Only the second Cub to ever do that.
The Cubs added on with another home run off Michaelis, this time Michael Bush. He hit his 3rd career home run off Miles. Miles gave up 6 on July 4th here at Wrigley Field. The Cubs hit a total of 8 in that game, but totaled those up to that point. It was Horner, then Pete Crow Armstrong, and Bush through 5 innings, and the Cubs were leading 4-0. The Cardinals scored a run in the 6th, only to have everything cave in on the Cardinals with a 7-run 7th inning. And this is the play of the game presented by Marriott St. Louis Grand.
2-1 count now on Suzuki. Double play candidate hits that ball deep to left field, and it's gone. A grand slam for Seiya Suzuki. A 7-run inning for the Cubs. And they now lead 11-1 here in Chicago.
And for Chicago's good measure, it was a base hit by Moises Ballesteros with 1 out in the 8th inning and a 2-out hit for Kevin Alcantara's first Major League RBI, capping the scoring at 12-1. The Cubs have won 6 of 11 games against the Cardinals this year.
Yeah, really nothing done well by the Cardinals today. They didn't hit well. They actually, the defense wasn't much of a problem, but the pitching sure was in that 7th inning, and just a frustrating moment. I know for the Cardinals bullpen, they would have loved to have had good outings here in Chicago against the playoff-bound Cubs, but it didn't happen.
Nolan Gorman had a 2-for-4 day, a single, a double. He scored the Cardinal run, and he struck out twice.
There you go, an RBI hit for Jordan Walker, who does look better at the plate. So you know, little positives, but not enough of them.
Not enough in this one, with the Cubs winning 12-1, and we're back to wrap it up with the totals after this.
Kick off football season like a pro with the world's largest sports book at your fingertips. Circus Sports Illinois. It's sports betting the way it should be, with high app limits, low holds, exceptional customer service, and no bet fees ever. Other books may charge you just to get on the field, but with Circus Sports, every play is yours to call. Start betting like a pro from anywhere, anytime in Illinois. Download your new bookie today at circusports.com. Must be 21 or older. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Good morning, First Federal Savings Bank. How may I direct your call?
Speak with friendly, real people during lobby hours. It matters when you call First Federal Savings Bank of Champaign-Urbana. A real person located at the bank, not a recording, answers your call during lobby hours. Personal, friendly service makes a difference. 217-356-BANK.
Thank you for calling. Have a great day.
Rated 5-star superior by Bauer Financial, Inc. Fast, friendly, and local with local loan decisions and underwriting. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS 435120.
Drive in, drive out. Recycling's what Max is all about. You can make some cash and do your share. We make it really simple because we care. It doesn't matter large or small. Our friendly staff will handle it all. Starting it over is what we do at Max Twin City Recycling.
Martinez is your Chicago Bears game day headquarters with drink specials. $4 Miller Lights, 22-ounce drafts, and 16-ounce aluminum bottles. When our Illini play away, come watch the football game with other fans for a chance to win great prizes like Illini tickets, gear, and tailgating swag. Unwind after work with weekday happy hours from 3 to 6 p.m., including $3.50 16-ounce drafts, $4.50 wells, and $10.50 for pitchers. Pia's 1609 West Springfield Avenue in Champaign.
Well, the Cubs won this one going away 12-1, 12 runs, 12 hits, no errors, 4 left on for Chicago, going 6 for 10 with runners in scoring position. 1 run, 5 hits, no errors, 6 left on for the Cardinals, 2 for 6 with runners in scoring position. Colin Ray is the winner, 11-7, beating Miles Michaelis 8-11, and for Colin Ray, 3-0 this year, giving up 1, 1, and 0 runs in his 3 starts. So Ray picks up the win, Michaelis the loss, a 2-hour, 39-minute game, 35,611 tickets sold for Game 1 of the series. Game 2 tomorrow, it's Michael McGreevy, 8-3, against Jamison Tyone, 10-7. We're on the air at 12:25. Ricky will go over the pitching matchup and the lineups at 1:10. I'll bring you Tyone's first pitch at 1:20. We hope you'll join us. Now, thanks to our producer-engineer, Ryan Schulte, to Kyle Sixta in the studios in St. Louis. Matt Pauley is coming up with the postgame show. For Mike Claiborne and Ricky Horton, I'm John Rooney. So long from Wrigley Field. St. Louis Cardinals baseball has been brought to you by Budweiser, official beer sponsor of Major League Baseball. Crack open the game with Budweiser and enjoy unrivaled flavor and refreshment. By your quality Ford dealers, the official vehicles of the St. Louis Cardinals. By Schnucks. Earn 2% back on every purchase with the Schnucks Rewards app. By Shelter Insurance. Find an agent near you at shelterinsurance.com to help you choose the coverage that fits just right for your auto, home, and life insurance. By Explore St. Louis. Learn all about the great things to do in St. Louis. Visit ExploreSt.Louis.com. By Central Bank, the hometown bank of the St. Louis Cardinals. And by the Painting and Decorating Foundation. This is the St. Louis Cardinals Radio Network, powered by Graybar.
Well, that did not go well this afternoon for the Cardinals. They lose in Chicago to the Cubs by a 12-1 score. This is the Mercy Cardinals postgame show. My name is Matt Pauley, coming your way from St. Louis. I was just commenting this to our producer, Kyle Sixta, because sometimes the line between a competitive game and a non-competitive game, and a 12-1 game is obviously non-competitive, the line can be so very thin. Turning point in this game probably came in the 6th and 7th innings, where in the Cardinals' 6th, they leave the bases loaded. So if you can get just one more hit in that inning, you might get 2-3 runs. In the 7th inning, they do score 1 run, but they leave 2 on. It could have looked very different going to the bottom of the 7th inning, and that's when the Cubs just went off, scoring their 7 runs on 5 hits. You don't know if Gordon Graceffo would have been used in that situation had the game been a little bit closer or even tied, something like that, and then all of a sudden the game just completely gets away from the Cardinals, and they end up falling short. They lose today by a 12-1 score. Again, this is the Mercy Cardinals postgame show. We've got a lot coming up on this edition of the program. We will hear from Cardinals manager Oliver Marmol, his thoughts following this loss. We'll try to dip into the clubhouse a little bit as well. Up next, we got to do it. We're going to relive the game with the highlights. That's coming up in just a moment. This is the Mercy Cardinals postgame show on the Cardinals Radio Network, powered by Graybar.
Rattler Pest Solutions has been growing since 1956. Our goal is to provide superior service and a steadfast commitment to exceeding our clients' needs and expectations.
It's really important to me to try to stay local when you can. It's nice to know that when the Rattler Tech comes, you don't have to worry again. I believe in them, and I know that if there's a problem, they're going to solve it.
We stand behind our mission to give our customers and their pests the treatment they deserve. For quick, proven pest solutions, call Rattler.
Doug.
Limu and I always tell you to customize your car insurance and save hundreds with Liberty Mutual. But now, we want you to feel it. Cue the emu music, Limu.
Save yourself money today. Increase your wealth. Customize and save, we say.
That may have been too much feeling.
Only pay for what you need at libertymutual.com.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Savings vary. Underwritten by Liberty Mutual Insurance Company and affiliates. Excludes Massachusetts.
At Freedom Roofing, they stand for quality, integrity, and the American way. Locally owned and built on trust, they take pride in protecting what matters most, your home. Their expert team delivers top-notch craftsmanship with unbeatable customer service because you deserve nothing less. When storms hit or roofs age, call the name that stands for strength. Freedom Roofing, proudly serving our community because your roof should be as strong as the country we call home. Freedom Roofing, built on trust, powered by integrity. Visit freedomchampagne.com. You've heard about the doggy bag, right? From Bulldog Disposal Muhammad, a 6 cubic yard canvas bag that can be used for easy cleanup instead of a big dumpster. The one-time use bag is now available and you can save the delivery charge. Get the doggy bag at Do It Best Hardware in Champaign at 107 West Springfield. So fill up the bag, call Bulldog Disposal, have it disposed of, and you'll be organized. Go to bulldoggybag.com for all the details. That's bulldoggybag.com.
You know, with like Lands Inc., we specialize in, we've got an amazing HVAC department that takes care of your furnace, you know, your heat system, air conditioning, they do
pumps,
that.
yeah.
And for us in Underground, we take care of all your pipes that come into your home, leave your home, and work around your home to keep it dry, you know, your drainage system, sump pumps, things like that. And exactly what you said, if you don't know, you know, a couple decades ago, it was more like, oh, something broke, go fix it, repair it, no big deal. Well, now with the technology, we have cameras, like you said, that we can come in on these Orange Comfort Clubs, and we can camera your sewer lines underneath your house and check them out just to make sure they're fine. If there's something wrong with it, we can show you right then. You know, truth is in seeing it.
Yeah.
We show it to you, and then you can plan as a homeowner for making those repairs or dealing with that issue later on. If it's an immediate need, at least you're not caught off surprise.
That sewer camera inspection with a proper clean out. I was just learning more at landsinc.com.
You're listening to St. Louis Cardinals baseball on WSJK Tuscola, Champaign-Urbana, ESPN 93.5. Brought to you by Max Twin City Recycling. Visit them at maxrecycling.com.
A 12-1 loss for the Cardinals today in Chicago against the Cubs. It's the Mercy Cardinals postgame show here across the Cardinals radio network. Let's go back through the game with the highlights. The pitching matchup, Miles Michaelis making his final start of the year for the Cardinals. Seems likely that's his final start period for the Cardinals. We'll see what happens as he enters free agency. And for the Cubs, Colin Ray making the start. If you remember, Miles Michaelis gave up 6 home runs on the 4th of July in Chicago at Wrigley. That was the last time he pitched against the Cubs on the road. After the Cardinals don't really get much going in the top of the first, bottom of the first inning, there's 1 out, and Nico Horner comes up to face off against Michaelis.
There's a swing and a deep fly ball, left center field. That's a home run for Horner. 1-0 Cubs.
Yeah, so Horner gives the Cubs the early lead. Michaelis would settle in after that as he would throw a scoreless second, a scoreless third. Cardinals weren't doing much of anything in those innings either. Cubs get back on the board in their half of the 4th inning with 1 out. Kyle Tucker gets a base hit, and then with 2 outs, it is Pete Crow Armstrong at the plate.
That's what they do. Uh-oh. Swinging a long one to right field. And that one is long gone off the bat of Pete Crow Armstrong. A 2-out, 2-run home run, and the Cubs lead 3-0.
Yeah, so home runs biting Michaelis in the 5th inning. There was 2 outs, and he would face off against Michael Busch.
Michaelis into the windup with 2 outs. There's a swing and a high fly, deep center field. Back on the track, Victor Scott, and the ball's gone. Michael Busch, it's his 32nd home run, the 3rd home run given up by Michaelis today. 4-0 Cubs.
Bush hit a couple off Michaelis back on the 4th of July. So 3 home runs given up by Michaelis today, 9 over his last 2 starts at Wrigley Field. The next hitter was Nico Horner. He would ground out, and that would be the final out recorded today by Michaelis, as he would be done after 5 innings. And that, again, could be the end of his Cardinals career. We go to the 6th inning. Cardinals make a little bit of noise in the inning, as with 2 outs, Lars Nootbaar walks, then Ivan Herrera gets a base hit. Runners on at first and second. The day is over for Colin Ray. Caleb Thielbar would come on. He walks Alec Burleson. So great opportunity for the Cardinals. The bases are loaded, and Nolan Arenado's at the plate.
The bases are loaded. 2 outs, 2 strikes. The pitch to him. A swing and a miss. The Cardinals leave the bases loaded.
John King would come on to pitch for the Cardinals in the bottom of the 6th inning. He would give up a hit, nothing more, and the game moves along to the top of the 7th. In the top of the 7th, the Cardinals, they would strike as Nolan Gorman, he is the leadoff hitter in the inning.
1-1 the count. Thielbar, the lefty, facing Gorman, leading off the 7th. The Cardinals trailing, line drive, base hit down the right field line for Gorman, and that's going to be more than a single as he's headed towards second. Getting it off the wall is Suzuki, and a leadoff double for Gorman.
That is good to see from Gorman. It would also end the day for Thielbar, as the former Cardinal Andrew Kittredge would come on, and the first batter he would face is Thomas Saggese.
As he lines that one to center field, it's a base hit. Gorman is going to be held at third as Pete Crow Armstrong gets it in quickly, hits the cutoff man, and I think you're exactly right. He was happy that Ray's out. It's a hit off of Kittredge, who's been remarkably good for Chicago, the former Cardinal reliever.
So the Cardinals have a great opportunity with runners on at first and third and nobody out. Pedro Pajes with an opportunity to drive in a run. He was unable to come through. He strikes out swinging, but then Jordan Walker would do this.
There's the pitch, and that's grounded hard. Left side of the infield, base hit for Walker. That'll score Gorman. The Cardinals do indeed get on the board. It's now 4-1 Chicago. And the tying run at the plate in Victor Scott.
Yeah, the Cardinals are right there, as Ricky mentioned, tying run at the plate, but Victor Scott II, he would end up striking out swinging, and then the final hope is Lars Nootbaar.
Kittredge set, and the delivery, a swing and a miss. He strikes out both Victor Scott II and Nootbaar to end the Cardinals rally here in the top of the 7th.
A total of 5 runners left on by the Cardinals between the 6th and 7th innings as they trail by a 4-1 score going to the bottom of the 7th. And this is when the wheels end up coming off just a bit. New pitcher into the game for the Cardinals is Gordon Graceffo. First batter he faces Dansby Swanson. He walks. Swanson then steals second. Reese McGuire does strike out swinging. So 1 on, 1 out. Certainly at that point doesn't have the sign of anything going haywire. But then Matt Shaw would come up to the plate.
Graceffo coming set at the belt, and the 1-0 pitch to Matt Shaw is hit down the left field line, and it's fair and going to the corner. And that's going to score Swanson. Matt Shaw is thinking about 3, and the throw to third is not in time. A triple for Matt Shaw into the left field corner.
And the Cubs certainly are not done. The next hitter to come up to the plate is Michael Busch.
And the pitch to Busch at the plate is hammered down the right field line. That's fair and going to the corner. That's going to be another Cub run, as Busch is going to make it into second base with a stand-up double. Back-to-back extra base hits. Busch with his second RBI of the game, and it's now 6-1 Chicago.
Nico Horner would get a base hit. That would push Busch to third, and it would bring up Ian Happ, somebody who tends to have success against the Cardinals.
So 1-2 pitch is a little looper into left. That's a base hit, a broken bat hit. So JC actually runs it down in shallow left field as Happ just drove in another run. Busch scores from third base as Happ picks up his second hit, first RBI of the game, and it's 7-1 Chicago.
It ends the day for Gordon Graceffo. He throws 31 pitches and only records 1 out. On comes Chris Roycroft. First batter he faces Kyle Tucker. Tucker walks. So that ends up loading the bases with Horner going to third and Happ going to second. And then the next hitter after that, the always dangerous Seiya Suzuki, who was one home run away from 30, needed a couple RBIs for 100, and he was able to do that and more with one swing of the bat.
Double play candidate hits that ball deep to left field, and it's gone. A grand slam for Seiya Suzuki. A 7-run inning for the Cubs, and they now lead 11-1 here in Chicago.
Just not very good in the inning for Gordon Graceffo and Chris Roycroft. Roycroft still had to get himself out of the inning. He would hit Pete Crow Armstrong with a pitch. He got him right in the knee. Clearly nothing was intentional there, but Crow Armstrong was not happy whatsoever. Dansby Swanson would strike out swinging. Reese McGuire would ground out. It would end things in the 7th, but that turned a 4-1 ball game, a very manageable game, into something that was not manageable at all. All of a sudden, the Cubs led by an 11-1 score as the game moved along to the 8th inning. Nothing doing for the Cardinals in the 8th. In the bottom of the 8th inning, the Cubs would get their final run of the day. The Kevin Alcantara base hit would score Moises Ballesteros, and that made it 12-1. That would end up being the final score in this game as the Cubs come away with the victory in one-sided fashion. With the win, the Cubs get their 90th win of the year. They're now 20 games over 500 at 90-70. The Cardinals, this guarantees them of a losing season as they are now 78-82. Winning totals in this game for the Cubs, they score their 12 runs on 12 hits, no errors. They leave 4. For the Cardinals, 1 run, 5 hits, no errors. They end up leaving 6 on. Winning pitcher Ray, he is 11-7. Miles Michaelis takes the loss. He finishes out the year at 8-11. Home runs hit in this game. Nico Horner, his 7th. Pete Crow Armstrong, his 30th. Bush hits his 32nd of the year, and then Suzuki, he gets to his 30th. The game goes 2 hours and 39 minutes, and announced attendance at Wrigley Field in Chicago, 35,611 folks. Cardinals lose to the Cubs by a 12-1 score. We'll take a break, and we will return with the post-game comments of Cardinals manager Oliver Marmol. That's coming up in just a moment as we roll on with the Mercy Cardinals post-game show right here on the Cardinals Radio Network, powered by Graybar.
Driving down the highway or passing job sites throughout our community, you see CAT equipment everywhere. There's a reason for that. Backed by the largest, most experienced network in the world, CAT equipment offers legendary reliability. And Fabic CAT, your local CAT dealer, offers unwavering support. Wherever you are, Fabic CAT is here with the gear you need to get the job done right. Need to rent? We've got you covered with aerial lifts, power solutions, and so much more. Fabic CAT, your trusted partner for all things heavy duty. Let's do the work. Fabic CAT, proud sponsor of the St. Louis Cardinals.
If you believe every human life has value, listen up. You and I both know your values matter. But let me ask you, how are you showing the world what you stand for? Vitae Foundation can help. They'll equip you, your pastor, your policymaker, your local pregnancy center, heck, even your doctor, to confidently defend life. Their research shows how to be compassionate and understanding and help more people choose life. It's time to step up. Learn more at talkprolife.org. This ad was paid for by Vitae Foundation.
We're back. Today's topic, home appliances. Our guest is Paul Reekin from Dick Van Dyke Appliance World.
Hey, Chris.
Caller, go ahead.
Yo, hey, I messed up.
Uh-oh.
I'm appliance shopping at a big box store. Can't seem to find anyone to help me. What do I do?
I get this one a lot. You actually may not find anyone.
What can be done?
Well, at Dick Van Dyke Appliance World, one of our trained low-pressure sales associates will greet you when you come in and be ready to find you the best deal on an appliance.
Great. I still don't see anyone here. Hello.
He's off the grid, Paul.
We'll get him the help he needs. Let's take another call.
You're on with Paul from Dick Van Dyke.
My oven is only a few years old and already needs a repair. I bought it from a store that said they have service. I haven't seen a repairman yet, and it's been 2 weeks.
Oh, this is a bad one. Ma'am, lots of stores claim to have repair service, but if they can't get to you in 2 days or less, that's not service at all. We'll get a factory-trained technician out to you right away.
Oh, thank you.
Wow.
When you buy from us, you get the whole store.
It's great when hard work and experience are recognized. Hi, this is Ryan Heiser, President and CEO of Fisher National Bank. I am thrilled to share that Fisher National has been ranked 7th in the nation as a top lender in mortgage loans among banks with asset size of $300 million to $1 billion by our National Banking Association. This recognition is a testament to our lending team's dedication and expertise. After all, better banking experiences start with local people and local decision making. If you're in the market for a new home or considering refinancing your existing home, let our team at Fisher National Bank earn your business and trust. We offer competitive rates with low closing costs, and we locally service almost all of our loans. Come see us with all your home mortgage needs and experience the top-notch service that has earned us national recognition. Learn more at fishernational.com or stop by one of our branches today.
Fisher National Bank, exceptional communities, exceptional people. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
You're listening to St. Louis Cardinals baseball on WSJK Tuscola Champaign-Urbana, ESPN 93.5. Brought to you by Max Twin City Recycling. Visit them at maxrecycling.com.
12-1, the Cardinals end up losing today to the Cubs. The only hitter with multiple hits today for the Cardinals is Nolan Gorman. He goes 2 for 4 with a double. Strikes out twice. John King did throw a scoreless inning. He was the only Cardinals pitcher not to give up runs today, as Michaelis, Graceffo, and Roycroft all gave up multiple runs. It just was not a very good day for the Cardinals. From a Cubs perspective, it obviously was a very good day for them. And Seiya Suzuki hitting a grand slam. Obviously, he has a big day. You also you had a guy like Michael Busch, who goes out and goes 2 for 3, home run, 2 RBIs. Also, Pete Crow Armstrong had a couple RBIs, hitting a home run. And their pitcher, Colin Ray, did a nice job going 5 2/3 innings. He does not give up a run on 2 hits. So this is one of those games where the box score certainly tells you the story, and the Cardinals end up losing by a 12-1 score. Cardinals manager Oliver Marmol did speak with the media just a few moments ago at Wrigley Field, and as he opened up his post-game thoughts, he talked about what he saw from today's Cardinals starter, Miles Michaelis.
Yeah, attack the zone, and this is a team that will punish you if you're in the middle of the plate, and they've hit a decent amount of homers, and they did exactly that, better than his last time here, but still, they took some good swings, had a good approach against them, still competed to give us 5 innings, give us a look at it, but yeah.
I know you guys like Graceffo. We're at the end of the season. What do you want to see him in?
Gosh, there's things that we can point at. This is going to be a good offseason. I was actually, the reason I took a little longer was sitting here with Dusty talking exactly through that. We'll sit with him tomorrow as we kind of are going one by one and having some exit meetings and go through that with him. But there's areas of growth there. We've seen some things that have been positive, but there's also some areas that we need to attack. Yeah.
Is that a similar narrative for Roycroft? I mean, both of these guys are high potential, just haven't seen a lot of results.
Yeah, not exactly the same, but as far as just the conversation that need to take place for higher consistency, yes.
Well, how do you want them to look then at a game like this?
This one? Yeah, I don't want them to look too closely at it.
Okay.
Yeah.
If this one does end up being the last touch for those 2 guys in the season, is the message then the body work is better than that? We know what the work looks like, and we'll get it back to what we need it to look like over the winter?
That's correct. Yeah. Hopefully we can give them another touch so they don't end that way, but that's my hope at least. Yeah, you want to see him in this environment, right? And he had some guys down today based on how we attacked the San Francisco series, and we took our shot there, and we were aggressive in how we used our pen, so we had guys down today. We knew we wanted to give those guys an opportunity, especially in this environment before the season's over. So you evaluate, you sit down, you talk it through, but there's positives out of it. I know it sucks, but there really are.
That is Cardinals manager Oliver Marmol. That audio is courtesy of our friends at FanDuel Sports Network Midwest, the TV home of the St. Louis Cardinals. I thought that was a good question about the body of work being better than what the numbers would indicate. And I would say that applies more to Gordon Graceffo than Chris Roycroft, if we're being honest about it. Graceffo, it feels like, pitched a little bit better than a 6.28 ERA would indicate. He had some good moments. There was a point early on in the season where he was designated as the final out guy because a lot of guys in the bullpen were down. He went and closed out a game and got a save. There's a high ceiling on Graceffo, and it feels like it's reachable For Roycroft, there is also a very high ceiling, but probably still has some work to do for sure to try to get some of his pitches a little bit more control there is something that he absolutely needs. And he was part of a tough inning today for the Cardinals as they do end up losing to the Cubs by a 12-1 score. Again, thanks to FanDuel Sports Network Midwest for that audio from Cardinals manager Oliver Marmol. Speaking of audio, we'll hear from Cardinals starting pitcher Miles Mikolas. That's up next. Cardinals lose to the Cubs by a 12-1 score. You are locked into the Mercy Cardinals postgame show on the Cardinals Radio Network, powered by Gray Bar.
Baseball is all about stepping up to the plate when it matters most. And when you've been injured, you need a heavy hitter in your corner. At Morgan & Morgan, we don't back down. We fight to get you every dollar you deserve. No curveballs, no strikeouts, just results. That's why we've recovered over $25 billion for our clients and fight for them from offices nationwide. Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm. Proud sponsor of the St. Louis Cardinals.
Injured? Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Baseball season is heating up, and so is the weather. Don't let spring showers wreak havoc on your home. Call Helitech, the experts in home waterproofing, foundation repair, concrete leveling, and more. Helitech offers proven solutions for damaging moisture, cracks, and sinking foundations using state-of-the-art technology to keep your home safe and dry. You deserve the best. Contact Helitech today for a free inspection at helitechonline.com.
Heal your home with Helitech.
Coldwell Banker Real Estate Group's Diana Foltz, recent recipient of Champaign County's Realtor of the Year.
Diana, how do you know you've been successful?
I know that when we are invited to personal events in their lives, first birthday parties, weddings, gatherings, we know that we've been more than just their realtor. We know that we've made these relationships deep and that it goes beyond just the sale of the house. And it speaks a lot to what we want, which is to serve our clients and to, be more friends than just a realtor.
Why do you like what you do?
I really enjoy helping either a buyer or seller to get to the next chapter. And they're relying on Reggie and I to help them achieve their next goal.
You're their realtor.
We're their realtor. It's Taylor Foltz team, Coldwell Banker Real Estate Group. You can find me on the internet at dianafoltz.com. Cell phone number is 217-840-4133. And my email is diana@dianafoltz.com.
At ABC Heating and Air, it's our promise to help you always be comfortable. Do you need rescued because you're burning hot? Do you need rescued because your air is shot? Call ABC Heating and Air at 352-5400 and let us rescue you from the heat. ABC Heating and Air, 352-5400. Can't you see you need to call me at ABC? Call ABC Heating and Air. That's ABC Heating and Air, 352-5400.
Kick off football season like a pro with the world's largest sports book at your fingertips. Circus Sports Illinois. It's sports betting the way it should be, with high app limits, low holds, exceptional customer service, and no bet fees ever. Other books may charge you just to get on the field, but with Circus Sports, every play is yours to call. Start betting like a pro from anywhere, anytime in Illinois. Download your new bookie today at circusports.com. Must be 21 or older. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
You're listening to St. Louis Cardinals baseball on WSJK Tuscola Champaign-Urbana, ESPN 93.5. Brought to you by Max Twin City Recycling. Visit them at maxrecycling.com.
Twelve to 1, the Cardinals lose to the Cubs today. It's the Mercy Cardinals postgame show here across the Cardinals Radio Network. Focal Point and Cardinals Care teaming up for the Broken Bat Tree Planting Program. Every time a Cardinals pitcher breaks an opposing player's bat, Focal Point will plant a tree at a local park or school. Nothing else really going quite yet across Major League Baseball. Games of note later on today inside the division. Reds at the Brewers. Pirates are going to play at the Braves. Other games in the National League that we'll certainly keep an eye on, especially in terms of the wild card race, which still has a little bit of intrigue to it. We mentioned the Reds, the Mets. They are going to take on the Marlins. The Diamondbacks not quite eliminated. They are in San Diego to take on the Padres. A lot to watch, especially in the American League, where the Blue Jays and Yankees are tied for the top spot right now in the AL East. The Guardians and Tigers right now are tied for the top spot in the AL Central. The team that does not win that division might get into the playoffs as a wild card, but the Houston Astros, who are one game back, will have something to say about that. Even the Red Sox right now only have a 1-game lead on the Tigers and Astros for that final wild card spot. So there's a lot going on. There's a lot going on right now across baseball, and it's going to be a fun final weekend. Miles Mikolas today, he went out, he gave 5 innings. Ends up allowing 3 home runs, 4 runs, 4 hits in those 5 innings. He spoke with the media just a little while ago. This audio is courtesy of FanDuel Sports Network Midwest.
Hey, not my best. I thought my fastball came along the last couple innings. Felt really good physically. Just went in there, trying to challenge some guys. Got beat here and there. But not my best. Not as good as you want it to be. But you gotta take it, I guess.
Some of the same things we talked to you back in St. Louis. That was your final home start.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know what the future holds, but this could be it. Wearing the Cardinal jersey, just what's running through your mind?
I think I'm too optimistic to fully commit to the idea that I'm not coming back. There's 29 other teams, but I think it's pretty well known where what my favorite colors are. I'm a Cardinal red kind of guy. But if this is my last one, then I really did cherish my time here, and couldn't have been happier to be a part of this organization for the last 8 years. Grew up watching Marlins spring training games down in Jupiter, and getting to have 8 spring trainings down there has been great. And like I said, I'm too optimistic to believe that the door is shut, and we'll see what happens. But until then, it's just a waiting game, I guess.
Understand.
Yeah.
The uncertainty. You haven't been in that situation in quite some time, right? In terms of what's ahead.
Yeah. But again, I'm optimistic about the situation about free agency. I wish I would have had a better year, but finished the year healthy, finished the year at least the last month. I think pitching some better baseball, and 29 other teams out there. The possibilities could be endless, and I'm looking forward to that.
Well, as you think about your year in totality, it's another year of 30-plus starts, and it's something that means a lot to you, and it's pretty rare in this game. How proud of you are that? Super proud.
Being healthy is one of those things they say, depending on who you talk to, staying healthy can be the hardest part sometimes. And I put in a lot of work every winter, getting my body ready, and, working out and doing all the right things and eating, do my best to eat healthy and get my rest. And, I wish I had some more innings to throw behind all those starts, but, still going wire to wire is something that I'll always be, very proud of myself for.
That is Miles Mikolas, that audio courtesy of FanDuel Sports Network Midwest. One more break. We'll come back and we'll wrap things up. Cardinals lose today to the Cubs at 12-1, the final on the Cardinals Radio Network, powered by Gray Bar.
Community America is stepping up in St. Louis and showing what excellence in banking looks like. Or in other words, they're winning. Opening more branches? Win. Competitive loan rates? Win. Wealth management? Win. Which now makes sense why they asked me, Cardinal shortstop Mason Wynn, to tell you. That's win with 2 N's, not 1. It's time to bank like the Mason winner you are. It's time your financial partner was invested in you. Member owned, open to all. Community America Credit Union. Invested in you.
Hyatt Regency St. Louis, close to everything. Just 3 blocks from Busch Stadium and right next to the Gateway Arch. Swing by Brew House Historical Sports Bar, located inside Hyatt Regency St. Louis for pregame fare and postgame celebration before and after every Cardinals game. Driving in? Park with ease in the heart of downtown with our Park and Stay package. Enjoy valet parking for 1 standard size vehicle per room per night. Don't strike out. Book this exclusive offer today with code 89937 at HyattRegencySt.Louis.com.
Drive in, drive out. Recycling's what Max is all about. You can make some cash and do your share. We make it really simple because we care. It doesn't matter large or small. Our friendly staff will handle it all. Starting it over is what we do at Max Twin City Recycling.
Pia's is your Chicago Bears game day headquarters with drink specials. $4 Miller Lights, 22-ounce drafts, and 16-ounce aluminum bottles. When our Illini play away, come watch the football game with other fans for a chance to win great prizes like Illini tickets, gear, and tailgating swag. Unwind after work with weekday happy hours from 3 to 6 p.m. including $3.50 16-ounce drafts, $4.50 wells, and $10.50 for pitchers. Pia's 1609 West Springfield Avenue in Champaign.
Well, tell me what I need to know about Dedicated Diesel and Dixie Chopper, buddy.
Well, Dedicated Diesel, the safety lane is open from 8 to 4 every day. If farmers need to get their trailers or their grain trucks inspected to be compliant with state law, they need to come through. No appointment necessary, but we stop accepting people at 4 o'clock so that they can get those inspections done by 4:30 and all the paperwork done and close up on time. But that is a requirement in the state of Illinois, and we're open to do that. Plus, of course, the Dixie Choppers are there for sale. Stop by and see Andy at 1313 Triumph Drive. Take a look at those. Get the best deal you'll ever get on a quality industrial, commercial, or residential lawnmower.
Awesome.
It's fast.
Yeah, and fast as ever. Hey, so how can I reach you, Tim Onstadt?
They can call me at 765-793-7131 and extension 4. They can get me on email at timo@gftlog.com.
You're listening to St. Louis Cardinals baseball on WSJK Tuscola, Champaign-Urbana, ESPN 93.5. Brought to you by Max Twin City Recycling. Visit them at maxrecycling.com.
Cardinals end up coming up short today from a fairly wide margin. 7 runs scored in the bottom of the 7th by the Cubs. Turned this from a somewhat manageable game to a very one-sided game, and the Cubs end up winning by a 12-1 score. This is the Mercy Cardinals post-game show, back with you for one final time here across the Cardinals radio network. We'll go ahead and get our saves leaderboard. Our saves leaderboard is always brought to you by Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance. And right now, when we do take a look at who's leading Major League Baseball in saves, it continues to be Kansas City's Carlos Estevez. He is sitting with 41. San Diego's Robert Suarez has 40. Those remain the only 2 pitchers across Major League Baseball with 40 or more saves. Seattle's Andres Munoz with 38. Jeff Hoffman, Toronto, Boston's Aroldis Chapman sitting there with 32. It's all brought to you by Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance. We are Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance, and if you're a Missourian, we're for you. Just 2 more games to go for the Cardinals, both in Chicago, as they are going to play Game 2 of this 3-game series tomorrow afternoon. Cardinals are set to send right-hand pitcher Michael McGreevy to the mound. He is 8-3 with a 4.35 ERA. It's going to be Jameson Tyone making the start for Chicago. Also a right-hander, 10-7, and a good 3.78 ERA. Another 121st pitch coming up tomorrow afternoon. That means coverage will begin at 12:25. Also of note right now, it is looking like Kyle Leahy is likely to make the start for the Cardinals coming up on Sunday. That has been listed as a TBA. Originally, Matthew Liberator was tomorrow's starter, but they went ahead and made the decision to just end his season so he could end it on somewhat of a high note and go into a standard offseason now and go into spring training as a starter. Kyle Leahy is going to be looked at as a starter next year in spring training, so there's a lot of reasons to give him a start here at the end of the season. But at least for tomorrow, it is going to be Michael McGreevy, who's been one of the really good stories of the Cardinals this year. He is going to make the start again. That's going to be a 121st pitch coming up tomorrow afternoon. For the voice of the Cardinals, John Rooney, along with Ricky Horton, who had the call of the game for Mike Claiborne, in addition to on-site producer, engineer Ryan Schulte, studio producer, engineer Kyle Sixta, who I believe this was his final Cardinal game that he was working this year. So kudos going out to Kyle for a job well done all season long, not just producing these games, but you've heard us mention his name as the booth assistant. He was in the home booth for every single home game this year, and then he did work in the clubhouse after the game. A lot of the audio that we collected for home games came from Kyle. So Kyle did a lot this year, and he did a great job with it, and we appreciate everything that Kyle did. So for all those folks, I'm Matt Pauley, thanking you for being tuned into the broadcast today. Once again, the Cardinals, they end up falling short today. They lose to the Cubs by a 12-1 score. Just 2 more games to go. We'll talk to you tomorrow for more Cardinals baseball right here across the Cardinals Radio Network, powered by Gray Bar.
We're back. Today's topic, home appliances. Our guest is Paul Reekin from Dick Van Dyke Appliance World.
Hey, Chris.
Caller, go ahead.
Yo, hey, I messed up.
Uh-oh.
I'm appliance shopping at a big box store. Can't seem to find anyone to help me. What do I do?
I get this one a lot. You actually may not find anyone.
What can be done?
Well, at Dick Van Dyke Appliance World, one of our trained, low-pressure sales associates will greet you when you come in and be ready to find you the best deal on an appliance.
Great. I still don't see anyone here. Hello.
He's off the grid, Paul.
We'll get him the help he needs. Let's take another call.
You're on with Paul from Dick Van Dyke.
My oven is only a few years old and already needs a repair. I bought it from a store that said they have service. I haven't seen a repairman yet, and it's been 2 weeks.
Oh, this is a bad one. Ma'am, lots of stores claim to have repair service, but if they can't get to you in 2 days or less, that's not service at all. We'll get a factory-trained technician out to you right away.
Oh, thank you.
Wow.
When you buy from us, you get the whole store.
When the storm rolls in, where will you go? Don't wait until it's too late. Protect your family with a custom storm shelter from Berg Septic and Storm Shelter Services. At Berg Tanks, their shelters are fiberglass and plate steel safe rooms that can be installed in your garage or exterior, in ground, or on a concrete pad. Built to withstand the toughest storms, giving you a safe, secure place when you need it most. Whether you need a compact unit for a small space or a larger shelter for the whole family, they've got you covered. Their expert team handles everything from excavation to installation so you can have peace of mind before the next storm strikes. Berg Septic also specializes in septic pumping, new system installation, grease trap cleanings, repairs, and maintenance plans to keep your home running smoothly. Call Berg Septic and Storm Shelter Services today at 217-367-8632 or visit them online at bergtanksinc.com. That's bergtanksinc.com.
When feeling better can't wait, visit Christie Clinic Convenient Care. Convenient locations, hours to fit your schedule, and no appointment necessary. Plus, you don't have to be a Christie Clinic patient. Receive health care when and where you need it with Christie Clinic Convenient Care. Christie Clinic accepts Health Alliance and most other major insurance plans. Visit ChristieClinic.com to find the convenient care closest to you.
There's a chill in the air, but you can still swim at Urbana Park District. Urbana Indoor Aquatic Center is open Monday through Friday for lap swim and water exercise. Swim laps are weekdays from 6 to 8 a.m. and 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. The pool will be open for public swim from October 13th through the 17th from noon to 5 p.m. Call 217-384-7665 for more information or online at urbanaparks.org. Urbana Park District. You belong here.
Michelle Thornsborough. She is, along with her husband Brad, the owner of Grizzly's Chimney Service. Why are you so focused on taking care of people?
I enjoy relationships. I enjoy relationships in our community. It's very important to me. Like I said, they're an extended part of our family. We've grown our business that way, and I enjoy that part of running a business. And so all of our customers are very valuable. I've learned from them, and I hope that they've learned from us. Connect with us by visiting our website, grizzlysweep.com, or you can visit our Facebook page.
Check out the Urbana Market at the Square, 7 a.m. till noon, rain or shine at Illinois and Vine through October 30th. Get tasty sweet corn, melons, peaches, produce, and squash. There's so many local farmers with vegetables fresh from their gardens. Unique soap vendors with lovely scents, plus flowers and honey. Enjoy Food Truck Row as you fuel up for a great Saturday morning in downtown Urbana. Saturdays from 7 a.m. to noon, rain or shine. For more details, visit urbanamarket.org.
Kick off football season like a pro with the world's largest sports book at your fingertips. Circus Sports Illinois. It's sports betting the way it should be, with high app limits, low holds, exceptional customer service, and no bet fees ever. Other books may charge you just to get on the field, but with Circus Sports, every play is yours to call. Start betting like a pro from anywhere, anytime in Illinois. Download your new bookie today at circusports.com. Must be 21 or older. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
At the UPS Store, we have everything to help small business owners be unstoppable. So if you need packing and shipping, we'll be the packing and shipping store.
I could use a little help. I've got
78 orders to ship out.
We're here to help. Our certified packing experts care like you care and can pack and ship just about anything.
The UPS Store can help small business owners be unstoppable with our packing and shipping services. Our certified packing experts can handle it all. The UPS Store. Be unstoppable. The UPS Store locations are independently owned. Product, services, pricing, and hours may vary. See Center for details.
And then the on-3 with the New York Giants. Well, Mina Kimes, ESPN NFL analyst, got herself into that fray on First Take earlier today with Stephen A. Smith and Company. And she said, you know what, if you believe Eli Manning is a Hall of Famer.
There's no way Eli gets in and Russ doesn't. The only edge that Eli has over him is the one ring. And it's enough to get him in.
That's wrong.
Okay.
That's factually incorrect.
How? Right. He's got more passing yards. That's what you're going to say, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so Russ has a better win percentage. He has more touchdowns. Russ, people forget, because of how much he struggled over the last few years, how good he was.
Yeah, he's ridiculous.
The reason he's, even with the last few years, 5th all time in passer rating. Twice as many Pro Bowls. He had a second-team All-Pro. Eli never made All-Pro. I'm not saying they both, I think they both will get in.
Yes, so do
but
I.
Russ has to get in if he likes it.
Thank you. I mean, I enjoy Mina Kimes and I enjoy her takes. I think she's wrong here. I just think she's wrong here. Yes, and Tony Gonzalez talking about Russ playing himself out of the Hall of Fame. I think that could be a factor. Maybe he gets in. He certainly will not be first ballot. I don't think there's any doubt about that. It'll be one of those things where he has to campaign and maybe get a job in the media and pub up all his previous accolades, because these last couple of years have just been awful. So to your point early when you were setting this up, I believe he has had his last starting opportunity in the NFL unless there's some kind of massive injury run. Yeah. Outside of that, it's hard to believe any coach or GM or ownership group would put him in charge of a football team. Yes, potential Hall of Famer, Hall of very, very, very good, yes, but Hall of Famer, I'm going to say no.
I'm not going to say she's totally wrong. I just think she's wrong in terms of trying to compare one to the other when it comes to Eli Manning and Russell Wilson. That's why I believe she's wrong. You can't say, well, so-and-so gets in, so-and-so should get in. Every situation is not the same, no matter what kind of numbers. One put up either over the other or under the other. So that's where I never try to compare people. Well, so-and-so gets in, so-and-so should get in. That's not to me, that should be the defining marker why somebody should get in or not get in compared to somebody else. Who has the most to prove this weekend? We continue here on Freddie and Harry, Chad Brown and Harry Douglas on ESPN Radio.
From kickoff to cash out, ESPN Bet has the tools you need to score more on game days. Bet smarter with stats at your fingertips. Get personalized parlays built just for you. And with your fantasy team synced right in the app, you can back your squad. Right now, new customers get $100 in bonus bets when you bet $10. Sign up with promo code USL to get started. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details. Offer not available in New York.
Empower. Tim collects bobbleheads. A lot of bobbleheads. Baseball bobbleheads. Race car bobbleheads. Little chihuahua bobbleheads. He's got an entire room strictly for bobbleheads. Does he need them? No. Is his wife mad about it? A little. But Tim works with Empower, and he got good at money, so he can be a little bad. Ooh, horse bobblehead. Classy, Tim. Empower. Invest well, live a little. Start today at empower.com.
College football Saturday on ESPN Radio. Undefeateds clash in the Big Ten.
Deep throw, near side, Jeremiah Smith has it.
The top-ranked and 3-0 Ohio State Buckeyes head to Seattle to face 3-0 Washington.
Touchdown! Washington strikes first. Huskies on the board.
Number 1 Ohio State at Washington. Coverage begins tomorrow at 3 Eastern with kickoff at 3:30 Eastern on ESPN Radio and on the ESPN app.
Sundays are for the NWSL on ESPN. Witness all the action. What a strike! The passion. And goal! The glory.
Oh, what a moment for Trinity Rodman! She is back!
It's the NWSL you love. This is the place to be. NWSL Sundays on ESPN and streaming on the all-new ESPN app.
ESPN Radio Extra Point with Evan Cohen.
Kyler, this is my issue with Kyler. This guy has never been great. 7 years in the league, his team record is 38, 47, and 1 in games that he has started. His career high for passing touchdowns in one season, you know what it is? 26. He has 31 rushing touchdowns in his career. That's awesome, right? Do you know 11 of them came in 1 year? to 20 in the other 6 seasons, which includes this season, so we're not done with that. He's played 1 playoff game. No touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Why are we not as critical of this player as we are those that would be deemed his peers, number 1 overall picks at the same position, that have not necessarily lived up to the hype? In Caleb and Bryce's case, shorter amount of time, and in Trevor's case, I believe, a shorter amount of time. This young man is good, but that's as much as you can go with him. And I can't even envision a scenario where you say, oh, could you see this guy playing in a Super Bowl? Could you see this guy leading a team to a Super Bowl? I couldn't envision a scenario where he leads a team to an NFC Championship game. Forget a Super Bowl.
From kickoff to cash out, ESPN Bet has the tools you need to score more on game days. Bet smarter with stats at your fingertips. Get personalized parlays built just for you. And with your fantasy team synced right in the app, you can back your squad. Right now, new customers get $100 in bonus bets when you bet $10. Sign up with promo code USL to get started. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details. Offer not available in New York.
Hey, it's Desmond Howard. You want to win the weekend? It all starts with the tailgate. And for me, that means Kingsford Charcoal.
They've been bringing the flavor, the smoke, and the heat since 1920. No wonder they're still the gold standard of grilling. So fire it up, feed your crew, and let the smoke do the talking. Kingsford, the king of the tailgate. Get it today at the Home Depot. How doers get more done.
You're listening to WSJK ESPN 93.5 Tuscola Champaign.